I genuinely have not been this deeply affected by a show since Fleabag. And I'm honestly really shocked that the show hasn't made more noise, because we live in a time where there seems to be this huge resurgence of love for girls, and we can all retrospectively acknowledge that the way people talked about that show and Lena Dunham at the time it was airing was really unfair and in a lot of ways ridiculous. But then Lena Dunham's new show comes out, starring one of the most exciting and interesting and talented comedians that we have working today, Meg Statler, and it doesn't even crack the Netflix top 10. I don't understand this. And I'm so serious. I found this show so beautiful and relatable, and not only is the story really wonderful, absolutely hilarious, has this incredible balance between really laugh out loud comedy and like really intense vulnerability, but the performances are all incredible. Will Sharp, in addition to being incredibly hot and charming, also gives this like deeply moving performance, and the entire cast of characters and world that's built here is so fun and incredible. Anyone who has been through a completely devastating, life-altering breakup, I am begging you to watch this show, because I feel like this is something that media, so many pieces of media, have tried to capture, this feeling of complete isolation and this like adrift even within yourself, like the sheer confusion about everything. Like your world feels like it's been turned upside down, and it can genuinely change the course of your life. If you have ever been through that kind of heartbreak, I have never, I think, seen it depicted so like authentically and beautifully and relatably. There is incredible use of nonlinear structure in this show, and I feel like in a way that is directly comparable to Girls, because I don't think the show should be one-to-one compared to Girls, but this show employs the same narrative device, which is an unreliable narrator, that this show really only allows the audience to see and experience and understand the world at the rate that the protagonist is willing to acknowledge these truths about herself and her experiences, which again is very true to the experience of surviving something like this, of going through something like this that is like so difficult, like at just face value, extremely hard. So while the show definitely starts in a more comedic place, a more lighthearted place, by the time you get to like episode 4, you are really deep into like the very heavy emotional weight of what this show is about. And there is some very serious subject matter peppered in, but there's also this incredible laugh out loud comedy, and the balance is absolutely perfect. And I feel like it is only successful because of the quality of the writing and also the performances. Megan Statler is unbelievable in this. I think the show absolutely would have done better if it was on HBO. I really dislike Netflix's like tried and true strategy of under marketing shows until they organically pick up like through word of mouth, and then they go hard about it, because this show deserved like a big campaign that allowed people to like get on board. But I was truly incredibly deeply moved by this show. I found it to be so beautiful and cathartic, and I highly recommend it. If you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend checking it out.